Hello everyone, this is Murphy Daily with Written by Murphy, and I'm doing a moment of wonder. I am in a new place. This is Need Caffeine. This is a cat cafe near my home, and me and Veronica stayed up all last night with the vomits. She had the vomits, I didn't, but neither of us got sleep. So we are, oh, and let me show you the kitties. We are here playing with cats, which is a $20 a ticket outing, but hey Charles. But I'm like, hey, she's sick, I want to chill out, she deserves a little something to do on her Saturday. So I just finished The Face of War by John Keegan, and I have so many thoughts about that. I've already done like 2 videos about it, but I have a ton of thoughts about it. Oh, I am in a public place, so people could be walking by, and the cats are walking by. But I have so many thoughts about it, and I want to gather them, though, before I do a moment of wonder about them. Oh, right, okay. So I see Charles is watching because I'm doing this on my iPad. But also, if you're watching, please let me know. If you're watching live, yay. If you're watching the replay, please put replay, put a comment in there, because I'd love to know that you're here listening to what I'm talking about. I'm also in the middle of I'm in the middle of Meg Holitzer's, now I'm forgetting, The Female Persuasion. And it's a book about, it's pretty interesting, it's about feminism, and I'm about halfway through. So it's a novel about like feminism in the modern time, and like they've got some intergenerational things going on, and so I'm thinking about that. And you know what? That's a bummer. Oh, is it too quiet? Oh, let's see. Feminism is a bummer. So it's good to think about, and I've been thinking about how difficult it's been over time trying to handle my career and do all that. So anyway, that's been a thing. And I also recommended a book by Seth Godin called Lynchpin to a colleague at work, and he's like, oh, I got it. And I recommend books constantly, but very seldom do people actually buy the book. So like, hey, as soon as you finish the book, let's have coffee and let's talk about it. So now I have to go read the book, Lynchpin. So here I am. I just bought it because I'm like, oh, I haven't actually read it. I've read about it, and I've read other things by Seth Godin. So I've got this conundrum. It's like brushing your teeth after drinking orange juice, thinking about a career and trying to boost it while reading about the history of women's difficulty in society. I'm like, really? I don't think I can read these at the same time, because it's tough. It's gonna have a lot of discouraging cognitive dissonance. I don't know. Anyway, so I kind of wanted to talk about that, about creating cocktails of reading material. When you read one thing, what kind of goes with it? Like reading several books. I really think that earlier this year I read A Distant Mirror, which is about the history of... Hello, Veronica. We're playing with the cats. Yeah. So I read A Distant Mirror, which was talking about a history of the Middle Ages. Well, 1 century in the Middle Ages, the 14th century. And that was totally interesting, and it fed into the books that I was reading. I think The Face of Battle, because The Face of Battle had the story of Agincourt, which is totally interesting. And so I'm like, okay, these are a good cocktail of books. But some books don't go together. And I have to read more than 1 book at a time because I am who I am. And I have to be aware of that at this point in my life, that I get to go, let's put this one off for a little bit. Another time that I do that, when I put books off, is when I know it's going to be really sad and I can't deal with that right now. And if I know it's going to be a book that's going to keep me awake and I don't have the sleep to spare, can't do that. And I know I want it, but I'll have to put it off. Or if I know this one I'm going to want to read all the way through, and I need to wait for the whole trilogy to be complete by the author if I know it's going to be a trilogy, Actually, small tangent I didn't mean to go on, but now I can't resist. I did that for George R.R. Martin, Game of Thrones, the books. And I waited until the last one came out. And as soon as I thought that was the last one, I waited. And then I read all of them. And I was very disappointed with how it ended, and I didn't actually have faith in that author. And I understand that people have, once again, through the TV show, experienced the disappointment of what Game of Thrones has to offer. Anyway, this is kind of what I wanted to talk about book cocktails. And it's pretty loud in here, as Starla has said. But I just thought I'd pop in, talk to my audience about books, and stay tuned. I've got a few more thoughts. So, wish us good sleeps tonight. I want to get some color back on my cheeks. I want to get some rest. And everybody's feeling better, I think. Anyway, all right, so that's what we got, guys. Let me know what you think. Okay, bye.